And welcome back to the atmospheric cafeteria where the lads are having their dinner. If you hear me yell at a lad, it's because he's using the wrong dish. Normally I wouldn't actually care, but he's got a bigger dish, and baby Douglas Arthur, the world's best Puggerino, can't get up to it. So until he figures that out, Ernesto Diego has to learn how to eat out of his own bowl. Yes. Oh my God, Spirit Guides, I didn't even ask you if you were going to give me any info. Oh no, they're not. Okay. We're just going to do this. Okay, so let's warm up our cream. I made fresh fluffy chocolate today. By the way, a 5-pound bag of Hershey's chocolate is a 5-pound bag. I'm just saying. You know, sometimes you're like, well, I need cocoa, and there's this, and I use this much a month, and it's like, oh, because, you know, 53 going to have my chocolate in my coffee because I can. And, yeah, it's a 5-pound bag is big. Excited to see how long it lasts. My God, it is freaking, it's huge. Freaking, Anyway, let's see what we've got in here. A nice little swirl going on. I know there's some volcanoes going somewhere. Let's see what we've got in here. Forgot to add my sugar. Let's not forget to add our baby sugar. Excuse me, the throat chakras have been clearing, and so the burping is wild. There's also the fact that I don't have a gallbladder and I'm eating peanuts, and yeah, creates a little bit of burping. But you will know the difference. Okay, and there goes there. Sugar spoon goes in there because of ants. Hi, Fuzz. Hey, babies. So, babies. We warmed our milk. Oh, lovely, 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 darling. Be yourself, be yourself. Being very myself right now. Being very myself right now. There must be a need for people to just be whom they are, perfection or no. So let's get some more coffee going on here. Let's put my glasses on. Okay. Big clearing. I'm doing a lot of coughing lately. Oh. That's, not one wish in there. A couple things kind of floating off. Flowers. Like hibiscus. What are the ones in the Hawaiian leaves? The peonies. It's the peonies. So maybe if you live in Hawaii or know people in Hawaii and you don't think that volcano is going to explode, maybe take a second look at it. Or maybe kind of pay attention to what's around you. It's interesting. Oh wait, is that still on? Oh, I love that song from Lilo and Stitch. It makes me so happy. Actually, you know. Well, hello, Oscarino. What are you doing, Oscare? What are you doing, my baby? Hi, love. Hi, love. Hello. Hi, baby. It's my baby. babes. You coming to see me? That's my good guy. How are you feeling? Oh. You need you to hug a mama, hug a baby. Take a second for you. Takes 1 second for me to do that and annoy the hell out of you. And yes, he is by my coffee. And at the end of the day, we all have to remember that this is not. Oh, you know. This is not. This is his area. To be very frank with you. Putting the coffee away there. It's a breakfast bar, and I keep the cat food up here and the cat water up here, so a certain someone doesn't eat it. And this is the countertop he can go onto, and he doesn't go onto the other ones. Just like he has a sofa, a love seat that's forever old that is torn apart. He can scratch that thing up all he wants to, and he won't scratch up the other thing. You gotta show them. Show them what they can and can't do, and, you know, they'll take it as it goes. But, yeah, he is there. He's my good baby. Mama's little conduit. Mama's little conduit. Okay, that's nice and... Mix that chocolate up. Ooh, the chocolate. Yummy. I do welcome Spirit in. Thank you for asking permission. Oh yes, everything in balance and everything. Every motion in balance, every rhythm in time. I always remember that part of when Spirit's entering, because I have to remain with a certain amount of control. And Spirit understands that, so I'm, and that's from my personal need to not necessarily have PTSD, because Spirit takes more control than what I feel comfortable with. So we're all very, very like, okay, so it reminds me of that part in Fruits Basket, if you haven't seen it, spoilers, where they go every step in step, every hand in hand, every moment in tandem, something like that. And so that's always what I do. And then they kind of slide in, and then we have this like balance, and it's this balance, and it's like they're like, we go in and we feel your energy, and we understand why you need that much control, and they're like, okay, that makes sense, and that makes us balance. Oh, and they're like touched by that. Well, I love you too. Oh, I'm seeing from Bleach, what's his name? No, not Justin. What? You can't have that, sir. No, that's not for you to play with. I'm sorry. Is it Justin? No. From Bleach. Ooh. My Jutsu needs a charge. What is his name? I'll remember later. Jushiro? Is it Jushiro? Jushiro. Yushiro. Well, if you're listening and you know Bleach, just correct me in the comments. The one that always has the cough. With the two Zanpakuto. Not two Zanpakuto. Wait, but yeah, he has the two little kids Zanpakuto. I can't fight two little children. Cough, cough. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, I promise you, you can. I'm rewatching that. I started watching The 1,000-Year Blood War, and then I had to, like, completely pause it because I was like, this is getting too gory. And I love scary stuff, but not as much as I used to. I love bears. You come to join us. You're going to sit here the whole reading? Oh, Spirit's like, yes, we got a kitty. Hello, angels. Oh, hello, angels. I love it. Oh, they're giving you roses because they love you. Oh, God, babies. All right. Yeah. So, hold on 1 second. I gotta bring this into the other one. Well, if you have ADHD, you'll be like, yeah, all this makes sense. So we got our knitting, we got our crochet, we got our video games on. What are we doing? What are we doing today, everybody? Okay. So, I think I just needed to clear Oscar off there for a moment. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got a couple of wishes, risers, like, is that a bird? Who is that? Hi, Ernesto. It's like a little bird come out that way. Like a hawk. Like a hawk. The foam that's coming down is shaped like a snake. And of course this fell down in here. I don't know if you can see it well. Maybe I need to just, no, I think it just sunk all the way down. It sunk all the way down in there. So it's a snake trying to get out of the well. Let's see, does the snake get out of the well? Let's see, what does that snake represent? Interesting. Still, again, islands in the sea. That is what we are. Nothing in between. How could we go wrong? Sail away with me to another world, and we rely on each other. And before I saw a hawk, and right here I see like a little bird foot. I'm also seeing a sheep, actually. The head of a sheep and the whiteness of its wool. Not quite yet ready to trim. There's another little lamb over here. And this reminds me of the lovers. This reminds me of a male and a female together in coziness. And lots of people watching. Lots of people watching. So somebody might show sheep. I mean, because these sheep, they look like they've been freshly washed. Like, these are sheep that are well taken care of. Like, Douglas Arthur. I love him. He can't hear a word I'm saying. This little man. And they may show cows too, like bulls. I'm seeing bulls too. Yeah, this like kind of morphed into like a bull. So people, so this might be somebody is showing animals, showing cows. Oh, and the moon. Taurus, a bull under the moon. Love. 2 hearts. 2 hearts beat as one underneath the moon. Thank you, Spirit. I'm just bringing up a little bit. We get to see the rest of the kitten bar. She's got water over there and then my junk right there. Oh, I forgot I had the tablet here too. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have that there. Thank y'all. And pick a new page. Hurry, hurry. All you guys are gonna not, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Ooh. There's a dog there. Spirit, can you tell me about this? Tell me about this. There's farm animals, and I see a moon, and that moon is turning into birds. And again, I've got like the 9 of feathers and the empress. The 9 of feathers, perspective and self-empowerment with her quills, and the empress, beauty and abundance. Oh, yeah, that does make sense. Oh, I like that. I love that. I love that so much. Oh, and now it's turning into a little snail. God, I love snails. They're so, especially those big, huge, giant ones. They're so cute. So let's read this, because I've made the decision that when I pull these, I do on some level want to read them to help scry with. And the interpretations are just lovely, so I can't see a reason not to. Let's see if I can actually, you know. There we go. Feathers. I don't know where I kicked them off, Spirit. Turn around. Oh, thank you. My feet are getting cold, and I didn't bring in a hoodie, and Spirit's like, put your slippers on. I'm like, I don't know where I kicked them off. And they're like, go in the other room, and I'm like, oh. I swear to God, that must have been my mom. Martha, they're in the other room. You know where they are, Martha. And let's face it, we always do. We do if we stop and calm down and think about where we just were. Anyway, we're here. Every thought in tandem. For a moment. Okay, so the 9 of feathers, which is also the 9 of swords, which the 9 of swords is sadness. Sadness that's brought an empress a lot more strength. She sits in her bed and she weeps and she looks at her swords, and this just makes her stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's not strong because she's bullying through, it's strong because she's crying and she's accepting, and she is accepting the fates. But she knows. She has a real knowing eye about her too. So let's see what this says. Okay. The 9 of feathers, the porcupine, perspective and self-empowerment. Porcupine is equipped with all he needs to protect himself. He wears his quills with honor and uses them to confront his fear. A mentor for the vulnerable. He's here to show you how to process yourself from your own painful thoughts. When anxieties are at their height, it feels as though things are at their worst. Step back and look at the big picture. Things are not as bad as they seem. Adjust your perspective and cast your sights into the future with optimism, knowing you're doing the best you can. Easing the grip of fear and anger will shed a heavy burden. Focus on your priorities, listen to your inner voice for guidance, and make the conscious choice to believe that tomorrow holds great promises. And then the Empress. Oh, our beautiful Empress. So I'm almost willing to say that this Nine of Swords also might represent a masculine. This Nine of Feathers may represent a masculine who has shed these tears. Something says this Empress is ever wise and knowing. Let's see what we've got here. The Empress, the rabbit. Beauty and abundance. Embodying the feminine divine, Rabbit's world is grown from love and beauty. She is an emissary of simple pleasures, a guardian of safety and trust. Now begins a period of growth and abundance through the compassionate spirit of Rabbit. Her energy will assist you in nurturing the birth of a new idea and create beauty in your life with patience. The finest rewards will be reaped. Expect great outcomes. Oh, Douglas Arthur is eating. And now we have a great bubble forming. Almost looks like somebody is blowing a bubble out, casting a wish, and all of these little wishes are here to catch it, to make it come true. So I do think that what we have here is a Empress who has been through their Nine of Swords. And being through her Nine of Swords, if you look, we've got the rabbit. Do you see the look in her eyes? She is sus as Jane. She is looking off to the side going, listen, I know my nature. I know nature. I know everything. I see the future and the past. I know. And I'm looking at you. And I know, but I'm looking. I'm keeping an eye. Ooh, and didn't we say something about an eye in that? Now I can't remember. That's okay. And yes, ever wary. They're like, it's not even that it's necessarily keeping an eye, it's that you're keeping an ever wary eye. You're making sure that you don't get hurt again because you've been through your Nine of Swords, okay? This Empress, this beautiful bunny, she has been through her Nine of Swords, so she has really come to a point where she gets where she's going and she gets where she's at. She knows what she needs to do, but she is going to side-eye just to make sure that they're like saying, like, staying in control of your path, but not only just staying in control of your path, making sure that you're doing the right things and that you're around the right people and taking the time to step back and consider things. Because when you cry long enough in your Nine of Swords and you cry to get better rather than crying because you're sitting in self-pity, then that ends up meaning that you become more aware of the surroundings around you. That's why a lot of mentally people who are recovering from deep depressions, geez, listen to me, people who need to mentally recover, a lot of times they do seek nature, because that's the bonding that they need to bond with so that they can figure out from the beginning of the earth where it all came from. And there will be like this, they're telling me, like this point where you are just like really obsessed with nature and perfection and not even perfection, but this grounding of the earth and the whole. And it's after that realization of all of this, it's like forestry ascension, like wooded ascension, wooded hills ascension. You Wooden Hills Ascension Farm, that's funny, take that. And that's when you start to really see the world. That's where you're growing beyond, you know, you understand your understanding of the earth as you need it, you know, and you take that and run with that, and that's how you become the healthier human being, because you sat in your Nine of Swords and you wept. You wept for yourself, you wept for your past, you wept for the present, you wept for your future, and we wept for all of the people that all of a sudden you understood were in the same position that you are, or need the things that you need, or have whatever the need is, you understand now that that's it. And for me, this feels like this person here, this Nine of Feathers, is actually a divine masculine. A divine masculine who at this point in time is weeping. He's weeping his sorrows, and he's weeping, and he is... he is going through his sorrows. He is going through his sorrows. And it's in meeting this Empress that, yeah, the lava's gonna flow. Like Kilauea. Like, what's that movie? Maui and Moana. Like, I can't remember, but it would be, I don't know what happens in the movie because I've only seen it once, and I really love it, and I need to see it again, but I haven't, so just please don't judge me harshly. But it would be like if the two of them, the short before it with the lavas, with the islands that come together. It would be like if two volcanic islands came together. Jesus. It would be like if Maui and Moana got married and became a giant volcano. I don't know what that is. I don't even know the actual mythology behind Maui and Moana. I think I gotta look that up. But this divine masculine right now is definitely sitting in his swords. He is questioning, and he's looking, and he sees the Empress. He's just scared. Does he like to point with the middle finger, and there might be like an eye tattoo? Or like a bow and arrow. I see this, and then like right in here I see like a bow and arrow. I don't understand what that means. Or maybe like somebody did that thing with the finger rubber bandy doohickeys. And from back here it kind of looks like smoke going up, so that could be like that volcano. Ooh. Yeah. So yeah, he's like saying fuck the world, and he's sitting there with this arrow, and he's ready to like make a move because he's been sitting in this Nine of Feathers. He's been perspective. He's been introspective. He's been sitting there and he's been crying, and like the Empress before him, he is sitting there in his sorrows. And that's exactly kind of where he is right now. It's not that he isn't at his Emperor. It's not that he is a knight right now. It's just that he's kind of like in that energy. He's got to weep a little bit more. If he's still weeping when they meet, Spirit, will it be fine in the relationship? If he's still healing in the relationship, if he's still weeping in the relationship, her healing will make him thrive. If he's still weeping when they begin the relationship, her healing okay. Transformation, yeah. And the Knight of Shells. So he is kind of in a knight. So this is an emperor who was pegged back down to a knight. And he has been sitting in his Nine of Swords, and he is right now in his Nine of Feathers. So he is which I take when I'm taking the Nine of Swords in my head, that I'm seeing of the woman weeping with the swords around her, and then I take the porcupine quills and the porcupine of the Nine of Feathers. What that is telling me is there is this transition into softness, this transition into soft weeping for himself, but seeing a bright future in front of him. And he sees this Empress. He sees her. He sees her, but this Emperor is in a night mode. He'll be the Emperor. He is the Emperor. His outwardness is the Emperor. But behind closed doors, and this makes my heart hurt, he is the Knight. He is the Knight. He is the Knight. And that's why he sits here with this arrow pointed down. Down at a sorrow that he keeps held down in. But she's not going to let him hold that, are you? I see a strange looking dragon. Because he is in transformation. It's true, he's transforming in hermitage. Oh, I didn't even know that was under there. Okay. I need a drink now. Like, I really want to just drink my coffee right now. I'm a little kind of floored. I can't even right now. I just need to like go take I need to walk away for a second. Like, I'm a little floored by the world, okay? I'm not being over dramatic. I'm just like, did not know that there was like a second card under there, and the world. You can't make that up. You can't make that up. Because the reason why he's able to go still be hurt into the relationship is because not only does he understand the world, and not only does he understand that she is his world, but it's because she's kind of suspicious of the world, and that will help protect him. But yeah, there is always going to be a duality of protection. I mean, seriously, the koala is the hermit, but let's face it, nobody actually wants to interfere with a koala because they will rip your face off. So if you're in the hermit and you're picking the wrong den there, you might get your face ripped off, right? So you got to be careful in your transformation when you're meeting people and seeing people. And what is the Seven of Feathers? And lots of everybody else's body's cracking, but mine won't stop. Seven of Feathers. I'm trying to remember what the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords comes before the Eight of Swords. Now, in the line of swords, well, probably the same within the feathers. You always start from the back, from the 10 down. So by the time you get to the Eight of Swords, you know you're really hidden. But by the 7, you're leaving. You're leaving, and you're kind of taking everything you can with you. You're kind of running. You know, and that's the thing. This person might have had to run before, which is why they're in the hermit for Yeah, they had to run. They had to run like the cheetah. They had to run like the cheetah, and that is what put them into their night mode. So let's read what the Seven of Feathers says. That's funny. I'm going to keep my finger open on the world. Because this world card they're telling me is super, super important because excuse me, my gosh. It so sounds so cliche. The healing of the throat chakra is going to give them the world. The weeping. Yeah, because when you weep, what are you doing? You're clearing your chakras. You're clearing your body. You're clearing the negativity out. Just got to remember to bring your positive energy in with you. One great way to do that is to Relax yourself, meditate a little bit, let all the negative energy go in the way that you do, and imagine a golden egg above your head and crack it over your head like you would an egg, and feel all that golden healing energy going all the way down to your toes, from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes, and just let it ground you. Let the energy ground you and just make you feel good. Because the cheetah is super tired of running, and the knight is tired of eating shrimp on one leg. Like, he needs to be gone. Out of that mindset. He is in my cup right now. I see, like, if you've seen the movie Red Dragon or read the book, there's the image of it's kind of like that I'm seeing. It's like they're saying he's tired of that kind of mentality, that red dragon, that yeah. It's kind of like a narcissistic kind of thing. It's kind of like he's tired of being damaged. He's tired of being abused. And that's what has him in his Nine of Swords. Which, something like that is why the Empress was already in her Nine of Swords. But he sees her, and he knows. And he's tired of running and standing on one foot, so he needs the world. He needs to be able to swim instead of run. He needs to float on the water. And just lay there and float and relax and breathe the air. This could be a water or an air sign, or somebody that has a lot of water or air in their chart. It could also be somebody who just, like myself, well, of course I'm an Aquarius, of course I love water. The eruptions aren't forever, they say. Vesuvius will not erupt forever. I also see the signs for male and female. Kind of like male, it looks like a circle and it goes down and like this, and then this underneath, which I don't quite get, but I feel like it's a sign for non-binary. I don't get that. Do we even need signs for sexes? Do we really need any of that crap? Not really. Just be who you are. But nature is a big component to this healing. See, I see the cow again. So somebody might really love cows. They might have a pit bull, like the one in our gang from Little Rascals with the bullseye eye. I always love that doggy. Someone might even have a cow and a pit bull, or a cow and a dog that love each other. You know, it's those loves of opposite things. I mean, the bunny and the porcupine. You can pet a porcupine, you just have to know how, you know. You can pet a rabbit, you just have to know how. You know, you just don't want to make their feet stomp. Hummingbird. A hummingbird might mean something to someone. But the world, wow. Fulfillment and celebration. The guardian of the cosmos, whilst awareness of the world around her, provides her with a deeper connection to all that is. In reaching her destination, she dives into the portal of new potential. She is here to call to mind that life is a continuous process of becoming. You've worked hard and are nearing the finish line. Everything is successfully coming together. Celebrate your achievements. Your consciousness is moving towards higher levels. The insight you've acquired has empowered you with a deeper connection to the energies around and within you. Your key words are fulfillment, celebration, freedom, completion, growth, goals, and achieved. And isn't this about like kind of like a completion of growth cycles? You know, she has her world. She has seen her world. She has transformed. She has been in the hermit. You know, this Empress has done this on some level. Because they're saying, because in general, even as a human, you know, this stuff is never actually complete, but you know that there is a completion on some level of certain things. And this gentleman, this gentleman, the Nine of Feathers, the porcupine, he's doing this now. He's transforming while in the hermit. And yes, this can be either a gender non-binary. Take it as it resonates for you. It's not that this Empress is done healing. She's not. It's just she's healed enough here where when he comes in, she can help him heal. She can show him the world that she sees, and he can see that world and take what he needs from it, because at this point he's really tired of this. He's tired of standing on one leg. He's tired of running, and he just wants to be the emperor on the inside that he exhibits on the outside, because he's constantly on two legs on the outside, but when he gets home he's on one. He's standing there on one leg like a flamingo and doing just eating the shrimp, like, and he needs the completion of this set to complete the transformation and the great egress of the hermit, the exit of the hermit. I really had to say that in order to get to say exit. Are you fucking kidding me? I love you all, but Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. No, Joseph didn't jump off the cross onto rubber crutches. We all know that was Jesus, aka Yeshua. Yes, I did get my 2 glasses of water in. Holstein cows come into my head, but those are also milk cows. But you know what? While we're here, I thank my milk cows for all the heavy cream and the whipped cream and the cheese and the butter and everything that they give me. I love you. So, yeah, we have the Ace of Crystals, manifestation and prosperity, and the Chariot right after that with discipline and determination. And that's the thing. Oh, and the Shaman. We have the Shaman. Oh, man. And the 2 of Shells. Okay. So, oh my God, and we have love. Yes. Okay. So, she is going to show him the world. And it's not that he's not going to show her. He is going to show her a lot of stuff. But right now, she already sees all of this stuff. Now, it's not that she doesn't need to heal. They're saying it's not that she doesn't need to heal. It's not that there aren't things that he's going to protect her and heal her from. It's that this is the protection that she is going to give him, not the protection that he is going to transmit and give to her. This is the broken side of the divine masculine coming in to the divine feminine, because the divine feminine is already going into the divine masculine broken, and he is willing to accept her and her brokenness, because the parts of her that are broken he can help mend. And if he can't necessarily mend them, he can hold her while she cries and mends herself. Okay, now this is talking about when he does that. He needs this, he needs that, and she offers this to him. Okay, it's not that she doesn't need to heal. She's not fully healed, but for this, she's not only on her way to healing, she's probably much closer to healing than she even realizes, because she has transformed. She has done the hermit. She's ready to launch out. She's ready to do these things. But he needs her assistance to help open up the rest of his world so he can see. And there's a lot of lower, is that lower chakra in the lower back? can also do this thing where you see a hose coming out of your lower back and into the earth and right through the soil, and all the and then you let that hole open and all of the negative energy goes out into that hose like liquid. Yes, yes, whoever's thinking that, yes. And you let it go through the earth and you say, you know, this energy is going out into the earth and the earth is going to clean it and use it for the good energy that it needs to use it for. And then that will help you. And then after that, you would do the egg thing, because those actually go together. But yeah, this is the destination. Once he realizes that this is what's going on, because he might not completely realize what's going on right now. Once this happens, the after effect of this is the Ace of Crystals, the man, because this coming together right now, this is like, is this being manifested right now? All at once, all at once, all like a ribbon of circles, all at once, all at once. It's all being manifested at the same exact time. Someone really likes Disney movies. I swear to God, I see Olaf in there. But yes, everything in tandem, every step and step, every balance. What the hell? That's what this is. This is. Spoilers if you haven't seen Fruits Basket. This is that. If this was an orange cat, yeah, I know I said I didn't mind using anime references because I love anime and everybody needs to hear the stuff that they love in the way that they love it. I know, I love that one. But, yeah. So, God, I love Spirit. So, yeah, I mean, not only was he running like the cheetah, but he is the cat like Kyo is. But he is the porcupine. He is the cheetah with quills. But he's tired of running, which is why he is letting go of, not the cat-like instincts, just the running. Because he needs whatever this Empress has to offer. And what she has to offer is the world. What she has to offer is the, she has union to offer. She has magic to offer. And she's willing, and it's incoming. And then she has love to offer like the wolves. She has this love to offer, this commitment to offer him, this commitment like the dove. So see, we have the Lovers up twice. We literally have, because at the end of the day, the Lovers itself is also making a choice as to which path that you want to go down. And she made the path of healing, and he made the path of healing. And where he is at this point in time in his healing, she can help heal him. And where she is at this point, he can. But we're not talking about her because we've talked about her. They're saying people talked about her. We're talking about him. Him. This healing that she has to offer him. No matter how strong he is, this inside, this little itty bitty inside, she's going to help heal. And this is something that no one sees. They're saying this is like the 2 a.m. South. You get up to take a shit and you sit there and go over your day because you were sleeping. And there you are. So yeah, this is something that the manifestation is just happening all the way around. It's just like, yeah, the manifestation is like, they're like, yeah, the universe is just like manifesting. It's just like all coming in. It's like a dream. Yeah, and you know, the song I've been having in my head for like a week now, this might be the reason why, is that song No Leaf Clover by Metallica. It's like a freight train coming your way. Like he knows and he sees this, but when he meets the Empress, he's going to be surprised. He's going to be surprised that just looking at her and holding him in her arms is healing that part of him. And he's going to know it, like, immediately. And that's why the two of shells and love came out. Because not only did they make choices to manifest things, they made choices to be together, and that opens up their whole entire world. And that brings focus and insight, and we have the 9 of crystals here. Ooh, the spider. Someone might like spiders. Which brings security and abundance. So yeah, not only are these two people going to have the world, but they're also going to bring in insight and abundance. Foresight and exploration. Like, somebody loves the zoo here. Like, does somebody, like, love the zoo because, like, or farm animals? Because the farm animals are insane. And that cow is not going away. That cow is not going away. The cow keeps turning into like a doggy. But if anybody knows anything about cows, you know that cows are just big, giant, 2-ton puppies. I found that out when my friend was showing cows. My friend used to show cows, actually. And I just felt this cow. I was like, oh, the cow. And then the cow got comfortable while I was scritching it. And it leaned against me. And I was like, oh, you're just a dog. I was like, you're just a doggy, and if I'm not careful, this doggy's gonna roll over on me, and I don't know what the hell's gonna happen then. Jesus. But yeah, exactly. It's gonna just look. So they're saying that's your reading. This divine masculine, he is in need of some help, but it's okay, because that part that he needs help with, she's right there to help him. And you gotta understand, she's suspicious, so don't be shocked if you're a little suspicious of him. And I'm not saying, what I'm saying is that if you have had some really bad experiences, if you have been abused in any way, you're going to be a little suspicious looking at him. And that's why he has his quills up a little bit looking at her. But that's the thing. It's easy to be dysregulated and not know what a relationship looks like after you've been hurt in one. And that is actually very, very normal for everybody. So, Spirit's like, that's what I wanted them to know. And I'm like, okay. So, this is gonna come together, and it is... And I know I don't have to say this, but obviously if you are an Empress and you see quills come up and you don't think that that's what you should be, then don't be there. No matter what they say. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. And that's the thing, you know, that, and that's what I'm getting. And they're like, yeah, I mean, if he gets in there and you can't handle it, that's an okay thing to say, dude, I can be your friend, but I can't be your lover. Like, I've been through this emotional turmoil, and your emotional turmoil is too much for me at this moment, but I can friend you through it. Like, and maybe you won't even be able to friend them through it, and that's an okay thing too. But for me, what they're saying is, this is the divine masculine who finds his Empress that has been through it, and she can heal the part of him that has him in his 9 of feathers, that has him in his 9 of swords. And mind you, this is the 9 of swords, the healing 9 of swords, where you're accepting and you're grieving your losses and you're getting stronger. Because that 9 of swords brings you down into your 8 of swords, which keeps you in a little bit of like, that's what starts to bring you into like the hermit, which starts your transformation. And now he's like out of that and he's ready to run. But he, you know, Actually, he got out of that and did run, and now he's just tired of running, and he's run into a field, and there's a bunny, and hey, hey, how are ya? I'm good, how are you? You're gonna point those quills at me and shoot them at me? No. Are you gonna kick me with your back feet like a bunny does? No. Want to sit here for a while and just sit? Yes. And that's when the manifestation starts. And that getting to know each other, that quietness, that talk, that heaviness is what starts this whole new adventure. So it gives you the world, okay? So there is divine and blessed union here, and there is a very strong emperor and empress union here. There's like, this is that love. This is the love of softness, of holding someone, whether in private or public, and this is the aggressiveness of, this is my person, and I'm not going to let you talk to them whether you're in the house or not, whether inside or outside. These are people who are willing to not only yin and yang, but they're really willing to bat for the other person. And in doing so, the other person grows and learns, and we all call each other out, and dude, you're being a dick. Okay, yeah, all right, you're right. Or, you know what, I'm not, and this is why I'm not. Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. Or, hey, you know what, I don't agree with that, so I have to sit with it for a while. And those are, of course, later on down the road things that you talk about. Not here, because this is healing, and this is learning how to discover, like, these two, the dove and the wolf, right? The doves and the wolf have to be gentle if you're a wolf around birds. I've had birds. And you have to make sure when those dogs are sniffing your birds when they land on the floor that they're not just going to eat them. So you have to have that balance of understanding that, hey, that bird's going to peck your dog's eye out, and that dog might eat your bird's head off. So, which would be an awful thing. Thank God that it has not ever happened. But that's why this is so important, because this gentleness and this strength come together, and they unify these two, which brings this great immensity of love, okay? And it's incoming, and it's magical, and that sitting together is going to manifest state and transform you both. It's going to sit you into a together hermit. You see how I'm putting the cards together? I didn't know why I was doing this, but it's going to put you in a together hermit. It's going to put you in a together hermit where these things are talked about as these things start coming to light, as these things start happening. No idea why I was doing that. Rarely do I pick up my cards, but that's what it is. They're saying civil union, divine union, union in general, and that's why they're together, because together they can have insight and focus. Seriously, guys, I love my guys. I love. Okay, guys, I just really enjoy doing this. I have fun, and it's nice to have spirit guides that are fun too, that like this. So I think that's our reading today, and before we go, thank our cards for the wonderful insight, and I see a lion. I see a lion. Strength, people. You got this. I also see a pit bull with a lion's mane on it, which to me also symbolizes strength and gentle beauty, because we all know pit bulls can take you down, but they're the biggest love babies, because what is it? Well, before we can take that walk, we got to give you your Benadryl, we got to put your thingy all over your body, and your sunscreen, and your this and your that, and did you get your treat before we go, because you're going to be a pain in the ass halfway through if you didn't eat. You know, they're like having toddlers. So that's what I see, this great strength and this great gentleness and beauty. Excuse me. Also looks like there's like a lion tamer. And maybe this lion tamer, like, because the lion uses the whip on the lion, maybe this is It's like you ran from the lion tamer. It's like you didn't get the good lion tamer, you got the lion tamer that just whipped you, and that's what makes people think that this lion, because he looks like a pit bull, is ferocious, and he's not. He's a pit bull, and if you understand the nature of pit bulls, you understand they're actually very, very sweet creatures. They're just the most sweetest dogs in the world. And then if you put the mane on them, they just look like the sweetest little lions. And, you know, it's that strength of the lion and that gentleness of the pit bull that also has strength that is needed to heal from this lion tamer that just was not a good source of project of anything. And that brings us back down to cows and puppies again. They're like, yeah, cows and puppies. Things that are very, very different from each other. Cows and puppies, because what are cows but big dogs? So, you know, 157 on the timer. New beginnings and change and spiritual growth. 5, 7, 6, 12, 13, 4. So I think that's where we're going to leave it here. I see squabbling ducks, geese taking off. So geese taking off, this could be very incoming because we did have the chariot, and the chariot, it was like, yeah, definitely rapid forward movement. And horses, I see horses in there. So yeah, something is running towards you. Like this divine masculine is running towards you, and you have what he needs. And divine masculine, she has what you need. And of course, always everybody be safe. Use your spidey senses. You know, if you're not sure, ask a friend that does, get a therapist, you know, because we all need to be safe. Anyway, I see a little clown. Hi, Mommy. It looks like my mom's necklace right there. A little clown necklace I got her. I love you, Mommy. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining, and I thank all the farmers and all the cows and all the growers around the world that made this cup of coffee possible so that the rest of the world could live and not get burnt down, because I didn't have coffee. And thankfully I saved some coffee from last night, so yeah, I already had a little bit. So anyway, I love you all, and be good, behave, be happy, and be yourself.